sometimes we are in an environment and in a society wherein pain, and specifically female pain, is not heard. Hi everyone, this is Paul Loves Read, and as you know, in this channel, it's all about spreading the love and joy for literature. And today I'm going to share with you this very interesting book. It's called All's Well by Mona Awad. There you go. Another interesting cover. So, if you love theater and if you know Shakespeare, you would know what the title is. All's Well. All's Well That Ends Well is one of Shakespeare's plays. Apparently, All's Well That Ends Well is one of Shakespeare's more problematic plays, and not very many theaters do them or do that play. So the story of this book is about a theater director. She used to be an actress. She used to be a stage actress, a theater director for a school, and she is insistent on producing the play All's Well That Ends Well. Unfortunately, her students, her drama students, do not agree with her. They all wanted to do Macbeth instead. And that's when the conflict kind of started. And apart from that, a little backstory on the character, and this is central to the story. The theater director, her name is Miranda Fitch. Miranda is broken, to her words. It's funny that you said it's ripe for comedy, because in one of the conversations in the book, the theater director, Miranda, is talking with one of her assistants, and they were trying to discuss, why do you want to produce All's Well That Ends Well? Why not just do Macbeth? Because everyone is doing Macbeth and everybody knows Macbeth. And they were having a problem na parang All's Well That Ends Well is not exactly comedy and it's not exactly tragedy. It's somewhere in between. It is, if you're familiar with the story. That being said, a familiarity on Shakespeare and a familiarity specifically on Macbeth and All's Well That Ends Well would help you appreciate the book better. If you're not familiar with it, you may not get some parts of the book and you may not appreciate it fully, because there's an allegory in there somewhere. And I'm not going to say anything else because it's going to be a spoiler. The theater angle is only an overlay to the real issues that the author is trying to say, and it's really about pain. Central to the story is Miranda Fitch's chronic pain, physical pain. She has a back problem, she has a leg problem, and her physical disabilities, if I could call it that, her physical pain is really a hindrance to her life in general. She can't perform her life the way a normal person would. She can't, it gets in the way of her professionalism, it gets in the way of her friendships, it gets in the way in her relationships with everybody else. And more than anything, Miranda just wants the pain to go away so that she could do her life normally. But she has been, inundated with people around her who doesn't believe in her pain. Like everything, parang they're just telling her that your pain is just in your head. It's not real. It's been too long. Get over it. You just need aromatherapy and so on and so forth. So that's the real issue of the book, and that's the thing that the author wants to say, that sometimes we are in an environment and in a society wherein pain, and specifically female pain, is not heard. And that is the real message of the author, overlaid with the theater setting and with the theater plot. So it really meshes together. It's an incredibly cerebral book. It will make you think. It will, or it might frustrate you, because sometimes it doesn't make sense, or it makes you feel like it doesn't make sense, but it does. And again, that's why I also mentioned that a familiarity into Macbeth would help, so that it will make sense. But yeah, so it's layered. It's hard. The author makes you work for it. The ending is ambiguous at best. It's an open-ended ending. I don't know how to feel about the ending, honestly. And I feel like that's intentional. I feel like the author intentionally made the ending that way. So it's one of those books, okay? It's very deceiving. You think it's about theater. You think it's about, a bunch of students is going to produce a play, but it's really more than that. It's really more than that. So in conclusion, again, one of those unexpected books, one of those surprising books. I enjoyed it. I really did. Admittedly, it's, again, like I mentioned, not easy in a sense that you really have to work for it. Merong extra thinking involved. Very interesting angle on how to say that message through theater. So it's really about, theater invading reality. And when you read the book, remember that I said that it's theater invading reality. And you get what I mean when you read the book. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you.